Hello friends, welcome to Your Thoughts channel, where today we will immerse ourselves in the world of scary stories about witches and warlocks. Russian culture is rich in such tales, and today I have prepared a few for you. If you love these kinds of stories and are ready for a little horror, grab a cup of tea or coffee, get comfortable, and let's begin. In the early 1970s, when my mother was 13 and her sister was 4, a tragedy struck their family. Their mother, my grandmother, had a severe case of hemorrhagic fever, also known as hantavirus, while at work. She was transported by train to a hospital in a regional center 400 kilometers away from their village. The grandmother's condition deteriorated rapidly, and she remained unconscious throughout her hospitalization. The doctors gave no hope to her recovery and hinted at the possibility of a grim outcome. My grandfather, who had to take care of the farm, children, and his job, could not frequently travel to the city to visit his wife. However, he regularly called in the hospital to inquire about her condition. Upon realizing from the doctor's words that his wife's condition had become increasingly dire, my grandfather turned to the advice of an elderly man in a neighboring village. The man was reputedly a practitioner of traditional healing and magic. The man received my grandfather and performed some manipulations, giving him some soil and water with instructions. The instructions were as follows. On a specific day at midnight, walk along the perimeter of your property, say certain words, and throw a little soil behind your back. Sprinkle the water on every post of the fence and do not turn around, even if someone calls your name or familiar voices become you. If you turn around, this is as good as the end for your wife. On the appointed night, my grandfather set out to perform the rituals. He walked along the fence and did everything as instructed, uttering appropriate words, throwing soil and sprinkling water on each post. He claimed that the night was eerily quiet, but the trees rustled as if buffeted by strong winds. Behind him, he heard a cacophony of voice with people calling his name, whispering or shouting. He even recognizes his wife's voice. However, he remembered the warning of the old man and overcame his fear of completing the ritual without turning around. The next day, he went to the council office to make his usual call for the hospital. The doctor's words were surprised and delighted. His wife regained consciousness, and there were signs of improvement. The grandmother eventually recovered with minimal long-term effects and returned home. She lived a long and fulfilling life. It may have been just a coincidence, but that is the story my grandfather personally told me.